In a small-town library, the staff had one rule that nobody laughed at for long. If the return slot started rattling after midnight, nobody was supposed to look inside. Marta worked the late shift on a stormy Thursday, and she told herself that old buildings made old noises. At 12:17, the metal flap began to shake hard enough to echo through the empty lobby. She froze at the desk and waited for it to stop, but then a book slid through and landed on the floor with a wet slap. The cover looked swollen, as if it had been pulled from a river, and across the front someone had written, "Please re-shelve before she notices." Marta should have called the police, but she picked it up instead. The book was cold, dripping, and far heavier than it should have been. Inside, every page was blank, except the last one, where a checkout card listed names she knew. They were all former workers from the library, and next to each name was a date. Every date matched the day that person had died. At the bottom was one empty line, and under it, tonight's date slowly bled through the paper. Then the return slot rattled again, softer this time, like knuckles tapping from the other side. Marta backed away, but she heard pages turning behind her. When she looked up, the blank book was open on the desk, and a new sentence had appeared. It said, "The woman in the blue raincoat is already inside." Marta lifted her eyes toward the fiction shelves, and between two dark aisles, she saw rainwater spreading across the carpet, even though nobody had opened the door. The next morning, the library opened on time, but Marta never answered her phone. Staff found the book missing, the carpet soaked, and one new card filed neatly in the drawer. It had Marta's name, her address, and a due date for 7 days later. If a library book shows up wet on your porch, do not bring it back.